since I started the first book of the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. I've already read 100 pages. You might not feel personally like that's a lot for you, but given the fact that yesterday I had rarely any time to sit down and read this book, and still somehow I managed to get to a little over 100 pages, is crazy. Yeah, I'm currently on page 116 of 403, I believe. Right off the top, opinions, love it, love the writing, love the characters, love the world, love the font size. I know it's kind of weird, kind of specific, but I love the font size. It's just doing something to my brain. We have barely even dented this series, and I can tell that I'm just gonna eat it up, and I'm gonna absolutely fly through it, and I'm gonna have no problem whatsoever finishing this series super quick. So you follow our main character, Evangeline Fox. She is a resident of a small town, I guess you could say, maybe a city, called Valenda. There is another place in this world called the North, or the Magnificent North. The North is this like fairy tale land with everything imaginable, fairies, dragons. There's also beings in the Magnificent North called Fates. Fates became extinct, but you could summon them if you needed their assistance. But Fates are tricky little things, and they can deceive and betray, twist their words, manipulate a situation for their benefit. Our main character, Evangeline Fox, has always grown up around these fairy tales and fantasies, and both of her parents were very whimsical people that believed in such things. So when time called for her to summon a fate, she summoned the Prince of Hearts. She makes a deal with the Prince of Hearts. Where I'm at right now, Evangeline and her stepsister Marisol have made it to the Magnificent North. They're kind of being introduced to how things are there. So I've done all my other obligations. Now it's time to reward myself with this story, I think. One thing that I really regret that I didn't do, I told myself I want to annotate this series. I know that I'm gonna love it. Completely forgot. The second I started the book, I just started sprint reading it. I will keep y'all posted and see you next time I have a little update. So, page update. I am currently on page 278 of Once Upon a Broken Heart. Yeah, I've been reading the book a little bit slower compared to when I started out. Not by choice, I've just been busy the past couple days. Honestly, I cannot get enough of the world. I can't get enough of the characters. Right now, I'm at the point in the book where Evangeline, Jax, and Lala are all together, and they're going to seek out the fate Chaos for some information. Now that I've read more into the book, I can tell what the conflict is gonna be, and I think I can probably deem the romantic interest. The characters, I'm already so invested in the characters. I'm waiting on Gage to get home so that we can leave. In the meantime, I'm gonna read some and maybe catch up on some Bookmas videos. Officially made it through a third of this Once Upon a Broken Heart series, a third of the way through this video. I don't really know what rating I'm gonna give it yet. I need to sit on it. I can say that I am absolutely in love with this series. I know that I'm gonna continue to love this series and the next two books. I loved how this story ended, how Stephanie Garber wrapped it up. I was 50 pages away from being done with the book, and I didn't see a resolution anywhere in sight. Definitely an interesting writing style that honestly I favor a lot. It had me interested from page 1 all the way to the end because stuff was still happening. There were no flat points for me. Jumping into the second book, no problem. You know, I'm not gonna read the synopsis that this book gives because there could definitely be some spoilers. So I'm gonna read it and give y'all like a little summary. What I can kind of grasp from it so far, There was a pretty major betrayal in the ending of the first book, so this book definitely continues where that one left off. There's a new curse being introduced and gonna be in play with this book. I think there's going to be more of that setting of like a wild goose chase to figure out something, to discover something, like a scavenger hunt kind of, similar to what was going on in Once Upon a Broken Heart. I did mention when I was about 100 pages into Once Upon a Broken Heart that I regretted not annotating it, so I'm going to start annotating this book. I don't know what colors I should do though. Should we do these two? I'm thinking, that's what I'm thinking. One romance, one quotes I think are good. I think I'm gonna do both, why not? And if I don't use them, I don't use them, no problem. Okay, I've got my tabs. Uh-oh, y'all. We have a whole brand new map. Cool. I'm trying not to spoil myself. 400 pages. Right now, I'm at the point in the book where Evangeline and Jax are in the Hollow, I guess. They're going back and forth in between the Hollow and the Inn for Travelers and Adventurers. They're at like this part of the map. A magical aspect of where they're staying right now is the fact that curses just have no effect in this inn of a sorts. So Evangeline and Jax are kind of just camping out for a little bit. Evangeline is discovering things about Jax's past because they are in his neck of the woods, I guess you could say. I'm really glad I had a lot of time on my hands today to read because I feel like I haven't in the past couple days. There's a lot of character development. There's bad character development. There's good character development. Right now in this book, at page 305, I don't really know what everyone's intentions are. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish this book really soon. I feel like I definitely can. I have about 100 pages left. Anyway, that's my thoughts right now. I'm just gonna keep reading. I feel like I need 30 minutes to just stare off into space and regroup after that. 5 stars. No questions asked, no hesitation. The way these books are written, they flow so well and everything makes sense once you get to that point of understanding, once all the information that you need to understand is revealed to you. Everything clicks, everything is so smooth. This book is just an absolute masterpiece. Somehow Stephanie Garber makes it to where me personally, I don't know about any other reader, but me personally, I cannot tell what's gonna happen. I might have a little inkling, but the ending for the first book and the second book, definitely the second book, has just swept me off my feet. I have absolutely no qualms about this book, only good things. I will have no problem going into this third book. I'm not tired of the world yet. I'm not tired of the characters. Got our tabs, taking off the dust jacket. I'm not even gonna read the synopsis, honestly. I don't wanna know. I wanna go into it blind. All right, here we go, you guys. Watch me destroy my own world. Hey guys, I have basically been reading all day. I'm on page 210, chapter 27 of A Curse for True Love. I've just been reading this book so fast that I have maybe like 3 tabs within 210 pages. This book literally picked up right where the Ballad of Never After left off. Our main character, Evangeline, has lost her memory. Her memory was swiped, so we're starting from square one with her, but she is getting fed some memories slowly through seeing something or touching something. Also, a major aspect of this book is the fact that it's told from 3 point of views now. I just just love it. I just love it. This is one of those books where you love it so much that you can't put it down and you just want to keep reading and reading and reading, but you also don't want to fly through the book and be done with it and be out of that world and have to read another book. Right now, I am at the point in the book where Evangeline is in the cursed forest. She went into the cursed forest to relay a message to somebody during the hunt. She gets caught up in the hunt. An aspect of the cursed forest is the fact that you're reliving the best day of your life. I feel like Stephanie Garber has done a really good job in this book to help the reader decipher who's a good guy and who's a bad guy. I have a little less than 200 pages left of this book. Don't know what I'm gonna do with myself after. Don't know why I would be expected to jump into another book like everything's okay. That's my update. This is what I've been doing the past 2 days with the help of some people. This is my dream bookshelf. There's still work to be done, like the edging. We're gonna add some stuff to the bottom. We have to mount it to the wall. I'm filming this clip because I've finished the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. Yep. Last night, right before bed, I read the last like 40 pages that I had of this book. Grabbed a bunch of it. I slept on it, you know, thought about what I wanted to say in this last clip, and I'm still perplexed. There's not many words that I can say to describe this series, to describe my experience reading this series, to describe how much I miss the characters in the world already. I know this book was released last month. There were some disappointment. There was some debate on this book. I know that for some people it fell flat for them. This book had very big shoes to fill in the first place. I gave the hype of this book time to relax. Honestly, I think that affected the way that I enjoyed this book tremendously. I 100% feel like I would have been in the same boat as some people that were a little disappointed in this book had I have read it the second it was released. It's rare that you find a series where you can read the books back to back to back without becoming burnt out, in a sense, without being tired of the world, without wanting a little break from the characters. Maybe there just wasn't any of that. I really appreciate the ending of this book. I gave it another 5 stars. This book series in general is a 5 stars for me. Yeah, this will definitely be a series that I carry with me for a very, very long time. That concludes my video. Thank you for sticking around and watching me read a very hyped up series that I finally got to and I endear. See you in the next one.